Hello. Um, just another quick video diary today because I just got back from being out and that was nice, and I don't want to ruin it by having to meet obligations. So I thought I'd just talk a little bit, maybe go over some of the books I've been reading lately. The first one was I'm going to have to maybe depart from the norm and edit this by putting like pictures because I read all of my books on Kindle, so I don't have copies of them. But the first was this book about the Kennedy women, or the women the Kennedys destroyed. And I was sort of like on a weird, like, the Kennedys are horrible people kick, so I wanted to, like, I don't know, read that. And then I'm currently halfway through Kick, which is a book about Kit Kennedy, who was the second oldest daughter, who died in a plane crash, and was like a little bit of a rebel, but also, oh my goodness, Rose and Joe's favourite. And that's pretty dry. I'll put a picture of that here. And that was it's pretty dryly written, but it's like good to just have a chapter or two just to, I don't know. Her life's pretty interesting, but also it's just reading about these like hyper privileged people going to balls and being debutantes is a little bit too much sometimes, so I've just been reading a chapter at a time. And then yesterday I read Kill the Last One, which I will put here, which is, I was like, I want to read a little bit more quickly, so I'm going to read some fiction. And I wanted to read some thrillers because I haven't read fiction in like a really long time, and thrillers are just like something that I enjoy reading. And this one is about a guy who is about to himself, and he gets a knock at the door, and this guy, like, he knows his name and exactly how he's gonna himself, so he's like freaked out and like intrigued, so he like invites him in, and he sets him on a mission where for some reason like he thinks it's easier if he gets, instead of himself, I don't want to get censored, but so he goes to like off some guy who's like an evil criminal or whatever, who got away with it, and then he will go and off somebody else who also, it's like a chain of people, so nobody has to do it themselves basically, and they get to like do some justice. And when I read this first bit, I didn't know anything about it before I picked it up, but when I read this first bit, I was like, that's so stupid. Who would ever agree to that? That's like a really silly concept. But the conceit of the book is that is a silly concept, and it all makes sense why would you, like, I can't really go into it without doing spoilers, but it makes sense why that concept is so silly, like in fairly short order, so that's good. And then today I just started reading Girls on Fire, which I also had no idea about before I picked it up, but it's set in the 90s and is about girl friendship, and I think it's gonna be kind of a little bit more esoteric than I thought, because I've peeked at some reviews and it says like a lot about the satanic panic, so we'll have to see about that. I'll put a picture of that here, so I'm rubbish at remembering the author's name, so just so I don't forget. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of reading lately, which has been nice because I've had a lot of brain fog as part of whatever the hell's wrong with me. So I have been really enjoying getting some reading done because it feels a little bit more productive than just working or staring into space, which have basically been my two options for a while. I'm not a critical reader or a theorist or anything, so these aren't opinions more than I liked them or I didn't. Kill the Next One. I don't know if I called it the right name in the last time I said it, but Kill the Next One was really good because it was just like really quickly paced and silly and weird, and there was no point to it, so I liked it, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was a staggering work of extreme creative genius or anything. But if you're looking for something a bit breezy, thriller, then it has a lot of twists, and there's twists a lot, and I didn't predict any of them, so you might enjoy that. And other than that, that is it for today, because I'm tired and now I've got to go and edit this by putting pictures of books in it. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye.